Hi. So I went ahead and I ended up watching a lot of videos and then rearranging a lot of the videos because I was like, I want to like one day finish these. And my goal has been for at least a year now, a little over a year, to like complete all of the videos in my watch later list. Someday, I don't know when. So I ended up counting. I have like 43 videos that are at least 50 minutes or longer. And I think if I finish, and that did not include the albums, so there's like 3 or 4 that are albums. Some of them are movies, some of them are plays. And it's like, oh, I can go ahead and finish these as, just randomly. I want to read these or I want to watch these. So yeah, I have like 43 or so like that. Majority of them, let's see, there's a lot of videos where it's just like watching random information. And what I mean by random information, I really need to go to the house to storage unit and basically like pay the guy for December and January. um, but yeah, so what I mean by random information is that they are like Bernadette Banner, for example, or like Girl with Dogs. A lot of the Girl with Dogs I went ahead and took off because I was like, I don't want to watch this because I want to hurry up and go through them and all that jazz. So yeah, I went ahead and watched a good 50, 60 videos today. I have 343, and I realized even if I watch like 20 videos a day, I will be completely done with all the videos in like a month. Now, if it's more like, if it's more like I watch at least 20 videos, which at this pace, I'm sure I'll finish at least 50 videos a day. I know I'm talking all about these videos. It gives me some kind of purpose, I guess. If I finish like 50, aside from playing on games, which is still fun, it really, really is. If I go ahead and like play, let's say, how long can I do it? Let's say, yeah, I do like even 50 videos a day. That's like, or 7 days. I'll be done with all of the videos, basically. I think it will take me like 2 weeks at least, even if I had nothing but free time. So hence why I'm like, yay! I'm like excited because basically, I think earlier today I had 410 videos or so. It might have been 399. And now I'm down to like 346. So, yeah, I'm very happy about that I'm finally watching these videos. And a lot of the videos are videos that I've been wanting to watch, like me personally. So, Bernadette Banner, The Psychologist, and Girl with Dogs, for example. And then there's like a good 20, 30 videos that are from friends that I still have not seen. And I'm like, I really need to watch these sometime in my future and not procrastinate on them any longer. So I am like proud of myself for finally going through these videos and watching them. I know my phone is going to be like, you were on your phone a lot lately. I totally know that. I understand that. But I think once I'm done with like all these videos, or a majority of these videos, that'll be like, okay, I can watch like maybe 3, 4 a day and then get it done relatively soon. So even if I watch like, let's say 4 a day, I think it'll take me like 40 days, 80 days. So it'll take me like 3 months, about 3 months, which is still a lot better than like never. So yeah. But I do realize I need to finish, like, even if I need to, because some of the times I'll put these videos on pause, like, once every so often. And then whenever I do, my videos go ahead and get larger, so I end up having, like, I went up to, I think, 600 videos at one point, and then I'm like, I don't need to watch this, I don't watch this, and so I, like, took them off. And so, yeah, with me going through the videos, a lot of them I'm watching, and then a lot of them I'm like, I don't want to watch. Like, I don't have that desire anymore. It's not something that a friend of mine shared with me. So, yeah. Like Bernadette Benner, I enjoy watching like almost every single one of her videos. I definitely do. And then Girl with the Dogs, enjoy watching a lot of the videos. Speaking of dogs, I do admit I do like the name Batman. I think it's cute. Like I do. Um, Especially for like that particular oh, especially for like yeah, that particular thing. By the way, I was wondering because like I personally am a fan of cats. I know that cats are not everyone's like forte, which I totally get. Like sometimes they can be like really mean and it's like, okay, what? Like I totally get it. I do. Like cats are not for everyone. And like they're passively clingy. So like they're very content being in the same room as someone else, but then they're content like leaving the room and then sometimes coming back, but they're not like, I constantly want your attention. I constantly want to give you attention. They're like, I just want to be there. That's all. They're like super content just with like, I'll be in the room with you. So it's like a very passive clingy, I guess. Like, I'll just be in the room with you constantly. It's kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, so the reason why I mentioned that is because like, oh, okay, my back. Yeah, so they're kind of cool. All that to say, I'm not a huge fan of huskies because I feel so bad for the neighbors. Like, let's say you leave your husky at the house and it howls, like constantly howls. And then the neighbors are like, what is that noise? And it's very annoying. And it's like, I am so sorry, my dear neighbor. So, my question is, what if you did talk to your relatives about getting a husky? What is it about a husky that you really like? Because some people might consider huskies like the dog of the cat world. Sorry, that was totally wrong. The cat of the dog world. There we go. The cat of the dog world. But cats don't like constantly howl unless they're like distressed or like, objecting to something. But like, let's say you leave a cat alone, or like you leave a cat in the house by itself, you'll hear it quietly like meow, sadly, like meow, meow, meow. So it sounds somewhat like that, I guess. So yeah, my question is like, yeah, how? Or like, what were the positive qualities that you were like emphasized for the husky to convince your cousin to purchase a husky? Because like I admit they are really pretty. I love their blue eyes. Like it's very rare for a dog. Like dogs usually have brown or black eyes. And so like a husky having blue eyes, it's like, wow. And they're a decent sized dog. They're full of energy, which is perfect for like kids. Like, so that is a good quality. But there's other dogs that are also like have energy and smaller, and they're smaller. And so they're easier for like kids to handle and even adults to handle. Whereas like huskies, they even hate baths, but they love cold. So yeah, but they're like, double coated. So because they're double coated, they're not hot, but they really love the cold. So yeah, you can put them in an ice bath and they're super, like, they'll be happy with it. They're like, okay, this is my place. Go away. But they're so hard to train. Like I am still like, how did, like, I talked to one guy, he's like, yeah, it took me 3 years to train my husky. I'm like, you trained your husky? That was amazing. And then I watched this one video, and I think I've shared it with you, where basically it's the obstacle course. The fastest dog, like basically you're supposed to do everything perfectly, like go through the obstacle course correctly and as quickly as possible and in the correct order. And the dogs that usually, this is an agility contest. The dogs that usually are entered are Australian Shepherds because they're fast. They're working breed dogs, so it's perfect for them. Pomeranians because they are eager to please. They're very, very, from what I understand, they're very yappy, but they're very eager to please and they enjoy doing tricks and things like that. So they're like a working breed dog, kind of, but there's not much for them to be used for unless it's like doing various tasks, I guess. I don't know. And they're like, can be very, very loyal, I've heard too, maybe. Actually, I don't recall. Never mind. They're just so adorable too. So yeah, but they like are easy to train. So and then I've seen the one video where it was basically a husky was put into an agility contest. And I was like, really? And then the comments underneath it was, yep, that's about as far as we expect of a husky. Basically, the husky is like not running. It's being very lazy with like going through everything slow time and then gets easily distracted by the camera and by other people. And it's like, oh, I smell something. Let me go over there. Oh, yeah, I need to go back on the agility course. So, yeah, I mean, the dog is adorable. I love the name. Like, it's great. Is it because you feel like you're Batman? Or like you're like a husky? Is that why? I'm wondering if that's why. Like it didn't dawn on me. Is that why you feel like I'm going to promote this husky? If that's the case, I can actually, the reason why I ask is because I'm like, I think I can kind of see it. I'm not trainable. I do what I want to do. I am a cat of the dog world. So, like, cats are not very easily trainable, for example. Like, it is possible to train some cats to a certain degree. Um, so yeah, yeah, I was wondering, do you feel like is it because it's similar to you? Because I know, like, Batman is your favorite. Well, from what I can tell, Robin is more so like your favorite character, but so is Batman. And so, yeah, I'm wondering if that's the reason why. But yeah, I just in terms of owning a husky, I'll go with a Pomeranian because at least I can train a Pomeranian. I have heard of, like, I read this one thing where basically this guy owned a cat for 2 years, and his stepmom, had a strict rule no pets. And, like, absolutely no pets. But the dad was allergic to cats. And so this guy found this kitten and brought it into the house and hid it and, like, was able to have people hide the cat for him, hide the cat from his parents. And he trained the cat so that whenever the cat heard the mom's voice, the cat went ahead and, like, hid, basically, and did not meow, did not talk at all. And then, what was another thing? So there was that. And then at one point, the mom was about to do a room check. Like, she was doing room checks just to make sure everything's okay. So what he ended up doing was that he broke his arm so that his stepmom would not check out his room, because he's like, no, I'm not having her, like, kick the cat out. He was like, I'm doing this. He still has the cat. He's in college now. No, I think he might have graduated. But he kept the cat with him even while he was in the dorm. So I was like, that is wrong. But, like, he loves that cat. man, he's willing to break his arm for that guy. So, yeah, my question is, yeah, a husky? Like, I would have gone with, like, not a Belgian Malinois, not a Dutch Shepherd, not a German Shepherd. Like, maybe something smaller. I would have gone with, honestly, I would have gone with a smaller animal. But but are you the ones that, maybe I should ask your cousin in about 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I'm really curious about, like, how a husky, why a husky? Yeah. And also, I understand, even though I'm not a mom, I understand why your cousin is afraid of, like, for the kids. Even though they have helmets on, I understand it is a bit scary. I, so I think like, I understand the worry. Like, I totally get it. Especially when it's like, you don't want your kids to get injured. There's my charger. You don't want to get your kids injured or have your kids get injured at all. So I totally 100% understand that. So my thing is, like, just teach the kids safe riding so that way they don't do stuff or, like, go over things that are too steep. Go ahead and give them the feeling of it being too steep. So, for example, pulling the four-wheeler back, and it's like, hey, if it goes this far back, then you don't need to be there. So if you fill it up to this point, and you can even lift up the four-wheeler to the area where it's like, this is unsafe, but in a controlled substance. In other words, they're not driving it. The engine is turned off, and they go ahead, and one of the parents lifts up the four-wheeler to the point where it's like, if it goes up to here, and, like, make sure the kid is on the bike or on the four-wheeler during that time. That way the kid gets a feel for it. If it gets up to this area, do not, like, go ahead and stop, or, like, whenever you start feeling it get up to about here, go ahead and stop and reverse and then go around or go a different area, just so that the kids understand what is a safe height that they can go up. So if it's like here, it's okay. If it's up here, it's okay. If it starts getting up to, like, here, then they need to stop, like, completely stop, not just, like, immediately reverse, because that, well, double check on that. Like, it might be that they can stop and then immediately reverse, or if they stop and then slowly reverse, or if it's possible to, like, stop, hold for a couple seconds and then reverse, or if it would be unsafe to, like, stop. Oh, cop. Okay. Or if it would be better, like, safer, if it's just, okay, this is getting a little steep, immediately reverse. Because sometimes if you stop, like, you'll fall down. So, yeah, go ahead. That's what I personally would do, since your cousin is worried about that, is basically think about that, is like, okay, that way the kids are aware. And then also, like, especially with them being younger, like, the younger they are, the more you kind of want to rehearse it. But as they get older, maybe do a refresher, like, maybe once a day. If you feel this, no. If you feel anything less than that, yes. So do that for, like, maybe a week or two. That's so that they get used to it. And that way they learn it. So that's the same thing with, like, English and math and other classes. I notice they'll rehearse, or, like, not rehearse, they'll go over the same material, like, every day for, like, 2-3 weeks, and then they'll switch over to a new subject, or, like, for example, a new kind of math problem. So, like, they may do the ones times tables for, like, 2 weeks, the twos times tables for 2 weeks, three times tables for, well, maybe about a week, a 3-4 once a week, a week. So they'll keep rehearsing it. So that's honestly what I would do, is just go over the safety measures about, like, every day for, like, 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. And I mean every day, not just, like, once a week, only when they're riding, but, like, every day for, like, 2 weeks. And then this way, like, it gets in their memory and in their mind, this is not safe. So then, like, once they have it down, maybe about once a month, for 2 days, just going over it for about 5-10 minutes. So that way it's a refresher, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So, of like, what is safe driving, what is not safe driving, going over that. And yeah, that way, like, A, the kids are aware, and B, hopefully mom feels a lot more at peace and at ease. And then what else is there? Oh, stretch. Yeah, so that's basically what I would do, is like just do those safety things. Is like, this is okay, this is not okay. If you do get into this kind of situation, what do you do? Like, and also have the kids not just say it, because saying it is one thing, but actually have them, let's go ahead and rehearse this. Okay, if you get into, like, if you're stuck in this, immediately reverse, and then have them reverse. And they don't even have to, like, have the engine on. They could just do it automatically with their hands or with their body or whatever. So this way, if anything happens, it's muscle memory. So same thing with swimming. You don't have them swim, like, you might have them do swimming lessons once a week or so, but if they only do it once a week, like, they're eventually going to forget some of the stuff, and then they have to relearn it the following week. So with swimming lessons, what you do is that you teach them, and then you have them practice it like 2-3 times minimum over the next week. And then whenever you go back to the pool, you can do it again and like rehearse it basically, and then add on some more stuff. But yeah, that's what I personally would do, since again, your cousin is worried, and I get it. They're her kids, and they're young. So yeah. Another thing, as long as they can verbalize what's wrong, that is the important thing. Like, oh, my arm hurts. And it's like, okay, we need to go ahead and like, what is it? Like, oh, my arm hurts. And it's like, okay, we need to go ahead and like we know what to look for, or where to look for. So like, let's say a baby is hurting, or like their stomach is upset, the only thing they can do is cry because they're in pain. But as they become kids and are able to vocalize what's going on and what's wrong, then they can be like, my stomach hurts, for example. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's really about it. But yeah. Yeah, maybe in 5 years I'll ask, why a husky? I mean, the name is cute. Like, huskies are adorable. Oh yeah, and that thing integrates the kids. I agree. Like, having kids if a person actually wants kids, is totally worth it for every moment. I would also have to say that if you're with someone you love, it is worth it for every moment. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great night. This went on longer than I expected. You're gonna see this really late or tomorrow. But I will talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. I'm gonna go to bed and wake up and binge watch some more videos. I actually really need to read books too. So I will probably end up listening to music while reading video. Listening to music while I read books. So yeah, I have like a few hours worth of music that I can listen to, and I have more than enough hours of books to read. So yeah, it'll take me all weekend. But yeah, and I'm hanging out with a friend Friday. I have work on Saturday. Sunday, I'm actually going to the church and taking photos. And then Monday, I will be picking up my friend in order for us to go out to eat. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I will respond as soon as I can. So yeah. You know what? I should buy like a fork, a knife, and a spoon, because I'm really tired of buying them, especially this quickly. Let's see. I should buy 2. Just 2. I can do 2. It'll be cheaper. Anyways, yeah. talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I'll respond as soon as I can. Bye. I'll respond tomorrow. And I have not forgotten about making a video in regards to, or in response to the New Year's video. So I will definitely, I'll be able to do it tomorrow. So yeah, bye. Love you. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. I'll respond tomorrow.